Hi, in this program we are going to see inheritance concept in a C++, how it works. What is inheritance? Inheritance is deriving a class from another class itself. There are different types of inheritance happening: single inheritance, multiple inheritance, multi-level inheritance, hierarchical inheritance. Over here we are going to see some concept of what inheritance can work out to make the function more easier in a C++ program. So the first program we are seeing taking a shape of calculations of area. So first we are defining what this class could contain, maybe the width or the height, what it could take in the data type as in a private and a protected environment. Out of the class we are inheriting the base class, that is shape. The shapes inheritance opening here is taking rectangle, triangle and square as the shapes here. We're inheriting the values and the concept that is added on here at the first class, that's the base class of shape, so that we don't need to repeat the concept again and again of addition of making the more lines in the program. So we're just deriving the class that is the public here, that is width and the height, taking in those data types and putting it on the derived data types here. These derived classes could take in the values of the base class. So as in of rectangle, the particular formula could give out the value of the area, that is width into height. In triangle, 0.5 into width into height. In square, height into height, that is a square, that gives out the value. This calculation can be done. So basically giving out the class concept of the base, taking in the derived class from a subclass, is all about inheritance happening here. In the main function we are just calling out all the functions that is happening up there, with rectangle, triangle and square defining an object to itself using the dot operator, selecting the display types, calling out everything with the given input as 5, 7, 5, 7 and 5, give you the particular value of each data, that is the total area of rectangle, triangle and square. In the next program we are saying a worker with a salary rate where gets paid for each an hour he works, another worker which has a salaried work, like a standard work. At the first place we are getting users data's input, so this daily worker gets in pay of every hour, so every hour is defined as each salary rate in percentile. A salaried worker gets the hours job but a standard variation. In this case we are getting the 40 hours as a standard rate for a salaried worker, whereas the daily worker gets an input from the user, like how many days or how many hours he works. So in the main function we get to call the functions from up there in the class. This has been derived, and giving out the data input and calling out to display the whole set of function. Over here the derived function of this would be from the base class worker to daily worker as the public worker and salaried worker as the public worker. These over here we are taking name, salary rate and the get data, that is the input function here, as the public data to be input in each and every derived class running the program. Enter the name, max salary rate, and $660 per day. The number of days you work, 30, so 19,800. Let's take Zach. His salary rate would be 500, so that in 40 times would give you 20,000. That is like 40 hours. So that's how this program works. This is all about inheritance and the basic concept of how every class has been derived in another class. Thank you.